Hi, third grade students and parents. We're so glad to see you guys. And we wanted to kind of welcome you to our Awards Day ceremony. We're going to be giving some awards and some recognitions for all the hard work that you guys have done this year. And we're so excited that you're here, and we hope that you enjoy our show. So the first award that we're going to be giving is called Academic Excellence in Reading. And both Miss Moose and I are giving an award for each of these things because we have taught you guys in different ways. Miss Moose has some of my kids for reading and all of her kids for reading. So we had to choose one student for academic excellence in reading. So in my class, the student that I chose has the highest average in reading for the year. It's also a student who works very hard and reads well, understands what he reads, and just does an awesome job all the way around. And that student is Crew Alston. Yay, Crew!
All right. Okay, and in my class, the person that has the highest average in reading and worked very hard is Kylie Davis.
Woo, Kylie!
Yay! All right.
All right. Our next award is also an Academic Excellence Award, and this is in math. And the student that receives this in my classroom has the highest average in math, can solve problems just like that, has a really great knowledge about math skills, and can solve problems with no problem at all. Problems with no problem. Look at that. And my academic excellence in math student is Merritt Martin. Yay, Merritt!
Woo! Go Martin. Merritt, not Martin. Merritt Martin.
There you go.
All right. And my math award goes to Kylie Davis. Good job. Yay.
All right. Our next award is Academic Excellence in Science. And this is for students who not only have good grades in science, but also have really good inquisitive minds and can think through problems and use scientific knowledge to do experiments and investigations. And my Academic Excellence in Science student is Merritt Martin. Yay, Merritt!
Yay! All right. And in science, in my class, and actually it would be in Miss Nancy Whitley's class, I have two. I have Joe Ared and Bristol Page.
All right. Woohoo! Had a tie. I love ties. All right. Our next Academic Excellence Award is in Social Studies. And social studies can sometimes be difficult because there's lots of facts and background knowledge you have to know about communities and history. So this is a tough one, but the student in my class that gets this award is Haley Hilton. Yay, Haley!
Yay! Way to go, Haley. And in social studies, in Miss Nancy Whitley's class, will be Kylie Davis.
Yeah, Kylie. Woohoo!
All right.
Our next award is also an Academic Excellence Award, but this one is for most growth overall. And this goes to students who work really, really hard and put in the effort that they need to show growth from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. This is sometimes the hardest award to get because it requires someone's effort, requires them to put 110% into everything that they do. And the student in my homeroom who receives this award, I'm so proud of her. She has done so much hard work this year, and it goes to Ariana Bridges. Woo!
You go, Ariana. You have worked so hard, especially here during our remote learning time.
Yes,
You've done awesome. All right. And in my class, the most growth overall is Caleb Love. He has worked so hard this year. He has tried to improve so much, and I'm very proud of him. He's done a great job.
Caleb. All right. Woo! All right. Our next award is for academic excellence, but this is for highest cumulative average. So the way that we come up with this award is we take all the grades in all the subjects, average them together, and this is a student who has the highest average overall. So that means that they can't just be a good math student or just a good reading student or just a good science student. They've got to work hard in all areas in order to get this. So in my homeroom, that student is Merritt Martin. Way to go, Merritt. Woo-hoo!
Right, Merritt. Yay. And in my class, the one who is overall made has the highest average would be Kylie Davis. Yay. Way to go, Kylie.
All right. Our next award is, I think, probably one of the most difficult awards to achieve, and that is perfect attendance. Perfect attendance is something that I personally, as a teacher, cannot do. I have had a difficult time with that because there's always something that comes up. Somebody gets sick. Somebody has to go to the doctor. We have some kind of emergency, and we end up having to miss school for some reason. So perfect attendance is important because if you're not at school, you probably aren't going to learn. So perfect attendance in my class, I actually had 4 students who were at school every single day this year.
Wow.
And those students are Crew Austin. Yay, Crew. Woo-hoo. My next student is Colton Harden. Way to go, Colton. Good job. And my next student with perfect attendance is Merritt Martin. Way to go, Merritt. Woohoo! And my last student with perfect attendance is Zoe Mullis. Good job.
So
you guys did that the teacher didn't even do. Good job.
Yes, very impressive. Very impressive. Yes. And in my class, I had one student that had perfect attendance all year long. Wow. Yes, and that would be Joe Allred.
Way to go, Joe. All right, good job.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest things I've always said, and is being at school every day and not missing a minute of school.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Now, our next award is called the Most Pride Award. Now, students, you should be able to tell your parents what PRIDE stands for because they have those letters that we've been focusing on with our character traits all year. So we have perseverance, meaning that you never give up, you work hard. Respect, so treating everybody with respect. Being in control, so you're doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. Dependability, we can depend on you to do the right thing and to always be at your best. And then E for effort. So that means putting effort and 100% into all that you do. And it was really hard for me in my class because I've got so many kids in my room who exhibit those things every single day. The student that I chose for this award is a student who I literally could count on anytime that I needed a student to be doing the right thing, a student who may have, had trouble with something but didn't give up and kept saying, I'm going to do this and I'm not going to quit. This student is the most respectful child I know that I have seen in a very long time. Even when we're on Google Meets together, it's yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Just exemplifies all the things that we would love for our students to be. And that student in my room is Crew Austin. Way to go, Crew. Very proud of you. Woohoo!
Crew, great job. And you did such a wonderful job describing that award.
Thank you.
The person that received the Most Pride Award in my class, who is just all around, works hard, is everything that you just described, would be Presley Myers. So
way to go, Presley. All right.
Hey, good job.
All right. Now we have some recognitions that we're going to go through, and I kind of just mix my kids up a little bit because I don't want anybody to be able to guess who my next kid's going to be that I'm going to talk about. And these are things that Miss Moose and I have noticed this year with each student, things that we really feel are qualities about them that just makes them special and unique and that we enjoy seeing in them. So my first recognition is the outstanding math improvement. This is a student who at the beginning of the year, math was really, really difficult for them. This child has worked so hard and put in the effort and tried strategies and followed the directions that we've done in class. A lot of kids don't like to draw a picture and to write an equation and then to think it through. But this student does that because she knew, I've got to do this in order to understand it. I'm going to put the effort in. And now this child has gone leaps and bounds in math. And I'm very proud to say that that student is Zoe Mullis. So good job, Zoe. Woo!
All right, Zoe. Good job, Zoe. And it's kind of interesting. My first person on my list kind of goes along with the same thing.
Okay.
He gets the Math Master Award because he is always on top of things. He even keeps me straight whenever it comes to math because, sometimes Ms. Moose needs some help with some math.
Teachers do. We do.
Yep. And he's always way ahead in Dreambox, and he's just always seems to be on top of things. And that would be Joe Allred. So
way to go, Joe. Good job. Woo. All right. My next student, I chose to give this one the Spunky Spirit Award. Ooh. And I think that being spunky is a good thing because being spunky means that you are on top of things. It means that you have a personality that others like to be around. You are a friend to everybody, and you keep us on our toes. You make us laugh. You, give us things to enjoy about being in a classroom with you. And that's saying something because there was 26 kids in our room, and to be able to pick out someone with some spunky spirit says a lot. And my spunky spirit kid is Polly Taylor. Way to go, Polly.
Woohoo! Good job, Polly. All right. My next recognition goes to the person who is, I think, the most respectful student in my class. She is always using her best manners. She's always, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, all the time. I mean, she never misses a beat. She's always got it going on. And that would be Emily Lofton. So good job,
Emily. All right. Woo. All right. My next student is the recognition that I'm giving this student is called the Integrity Award. Now, integrity is a very important word. Especially the older that you get, the more you realize how important it is to have friends with integrity. Because integrity means that I can not only count on you to be honest, but I can count on you to do the right thing. And even when it's hard, even when those around you aren't doing the right thing, you have integrity means you're doing what you're supposed to do all the time. And this student, I could always look and count on him to be doing what he should do. And if he ever messed up, he would own up to it and say, you know what, I messed up and I'll do better next time. And to me, that's what integrity is all about. And that student is Hudson Rodas. Way to go, Hudson.
All right. Good job. My next award or recognition goes to someone who I believe always has an awesome attitude. No matter what, they always have a smile on their face. They handle things in a positive way, no matter what. And that would be Merritt Martin. So
way to go, Merritt. Woo!
Okay.
All right. I'm going to do two kids for this next round. So my next student, I'm giving the Perseverance Award. Now, we know perseverance is one of our pride letters. So it's really important school-wide. Perseverance is when someone might see something as being difficult for them and they work through it. They don't give up. They keep going. Even when things are easy for them, they're like, you know what? I'm still going to put 100% into this, even if it's something that I know I can do easily. And I can say that no matter what, whether this student is in my room, music, art, PE, wherever they are, these teachers have all made a comment about how this student will persevere no matter what. And that is Jonathan Steffen. Way to go, Jonathan. Woohoo!
Great job, Jonathan.
And my next award, I tried to think of a really good name for this recognition, and I just thought peak performance. I just like the way that sounds, peak performance, because peak is like at the top of a mountain. That means you are at the very highest tippy top of the mountain as you can get. And performance means the effort that you put into something. This student has, especially since the Corona thing has started, has put in so much effort, so much work, and is truly at her peak performance. Gives me all the assignments that I've asked her to do. Not only that, but even things I haven't asked her to do, she's been doing above and beyond that. And that tells me that this is a student who really wants to learn here at the end of the school year during all this craziness that we've known since March. And that student is Tabitha Prunty. Way to go, Tabitha.
Right. I already knew who you were talking about because she has done an awesome, awesome job especially since we've been like at home.
Yeah.
My next award is going to someone who is the best, I think, the best classed citizen that that I have, which is someone who is always nice to other people, who works well in groups. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're in charge, but they actually do their part. They're nice to everyone. They want everybody to always show kindness to others. And that would be Bristol Page.
Way to go, Bristol. That's awesome.
Yes.
Woo-hoo. Now, since you gave a Citizenship Award, I'm going to give one too. So that's my next one, the Citizenship Award. And this is from a student too who is kind to everyone. You can count on them to be sweet and respectful and doesn't like it when others aren't nice to each other, and make sure that they make other students and staff members feel loved and the kindness that just kind of exudes from her. And my student for the Citizenship Award is Natalie Helms. Way to go, Natalie.
All right, Natalie. Good job. We're kind of on this. I think we're just kind of stick with the same thing for just a little bit.
All right.
My next award is called the Caring Classmate Award. Now, this student, not only she always makes sure that she gives her teachers a hug, and I'm sure that Miss Whitley, you've been able to, you've experienced this as well. But she always wants to make sure that everyone is doing good and is always kind and sweet and nice, and wants everything to kind of be, you know, smooth and just takes care of everything. Mm-hmm. And that would be Jordan Whitford. So
yeah. Way to go, Jordan. Yes, I've gotten many hugs from her, so I know exactly what you mean.
Yes.
And speaking of kindness, I actually have two students who are getting what I'm calling the Kindness Counts Award, because kindness does count when we're all together all day, every day. And even when we have been not together, and we get back together on Google Meets during this pandemic time, it's important that we treat each other with kindness, because at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't really matter what I learned in math, reading, science, social studies, or whatever, if I don't treat others kindly, because that's what people are going to remember about you, and not necessarily whether or not you knew that math problem. Mm-hmm. So my first Kindness Counts Award goes to Gately Austin, because she is probably one of the sweetest kids I have ever known. Just sweet to everybody, adults and kids alike. So way to go, Gately. Woohoo!
Yes. Good job, Gately.
My second Kindness Counts Award, I'm giving to Everett Little, because Everett is a friend to everybody. He doesn't want to make anybody feel bad. He always has a nice smile and a kind thing to say towards and about anybody. So Everett Little, Kindness Counts Award. Good job, Everett. Woohoo!
Good job, Everett. All right, my next award is going to go to, it was called the Group Leader Award. Ooh. And this is someone who always makes sure everything is just right. She makes sure that everyone is doing their part. She makes sure that everything is up to par and done perfectly when we're doing group activities. And that would be Marissa Boatwright. So
way to go, Marissa. Woohoo!
Yay. All right.
And speaking of leadership, I have a leadership award as well. And in my classroom, this is a student who is a leader in many ways. A student who, if they're working in a partnership or a group, I can tell that they're like, okay, guys, let's get this going. Let's do it this way. Let's get started. And, you know, they keep things moving. But also a leader at recess, at PE, at athletics, because this is a very athletic student who knows how to play baseball and football and is a way to take charge. And we need good leaders in the world, because without good leaders, everybody doesn't, you know, we just kind of have nowhere to go. We have no direction. Yeah. So being a good leader is important. And I know that one day when this student is grown up, there's something he's going to find to do that's going to make him be a leader in some way. And that student is Andrew Bednarik. Way to go, Andrew.
Andrew. Good job, Andrew. All right. My next award is someone who it's the Always Dependable Award, because I can always depend on him to always make sure he's doing his very best. He's always following the rules. He is just the all around, student I can always count on to make sure that he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. And he wants to do his best. So that's why he's always dependable. And that would be Colton Harden. So
I knew that. I knew who you were talking about. Colton.
Good job, Colton.
All right. My next student is getting the Awesome Attitude recognition because it's important to have a good attitude about school. It's important to have a good attitude about your friends and about other people, because without a good attitude, sometimes you just like, ugh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be there. I don't want to do this. But having an awesome attitude means you go into things thinking positively. And most of the time, if you go into it positively, it's going to end positively. This student has an awesome attitude towards his teachers. Never has this student ever not had a good attitude towards me. And I'm sure Miss Moose is going to agree when I say the student's name. My Awesome Attitude Award winner goes to Dylan Airwood.
Oh, Dylan. Absolutely. Yes. Way to go, Dylan. All right. Now, my next award is called the Most Easygoing Award. Now, this is a very important award, even though it might not sound like it is. But this student is always goes with the flow, doesn't complain. But you know what? You never know when all of a sudden he's going to say something, or he's going to do something, and it's going to make me bust out laughing, because you never know with him. But he's always just even keel and doing his very best. And that would be Lucas Quates. So good job.
Way to go, Lucas. We all need those kids in our lives for sure. Good job, Lucas.
Yes.
All right. My next award is called this is a kind of a tongue twister, Enthusiastic Learner Award. Now, this is a student who maybe at the beginning of the year, I didn't really see this enthusiasm about learning. But as the year has progressed, and as we have been doing our online learning as well, this student has really gotten into learning about science and math. And I'm sure you've been seeing it, Miss Moose, maybe in reading and social studies as well. Wanting to, when I had them submit a video, the student can go on and on about what they're learning and about this and that in science or in math. And I enjoy watching this student learn something new, because you can almost see the light bulbs come on. And we need kids that are enthusiastic about learning. Otherwise, their learning is just going to stop. So yes. I know this kid is going to keep going up, 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 and up. And I'm going to see great things from him for years to come. And that student is Cy London. Way to go, Cy. Woo!
Good job, Cy. Yes, he has been on top of things here.
Yes, he has.
All right. And my next award, to kind of go along with what you were talking about, is my Creative Thinker Award. Ooh, and this student she is always, especially here lately, she has given me ideas of things that I might want to try while are doing our remote learning. And even before, she's worked in groups. She's come up with some really good ideas, and I've been very, very impressed. And that would be Kylie Davis. So
way to go, Kylie. I can see how creative she could be. Woo-hoo. And speaking of creativity, that's my next award, is my Creativity Award. And this goes to a student who is not only creative in academic things, because she is, but also in other ways too, like in art, or in coming up with story ideas. And so I know you've seen this in writing, and even just talking with her in conversation. She has lots of great things to talk about, great ideas when she comes up with a new way of doing something that I may not have even thought of. And that's pretty awesome when you can think, more creatively than the teacher. Hey. And my Creativity Award goes to Lillian Henderson. Way to go, Lillian. Woo.
Good job, Lillian. All right. My next award is called the Aspiring Author Award. Ooh. this student enjoys doing her writing, and she comes up with great ideas, and she actually writes when I don't even ask her to.
What?
I know. She does it on her free time. She actually writes on her own. So, that's pretty impressive right there. So my aspiring author award goes to Haley Helton. So
Way to go, Haley. Woo! She loves her reading and writing, that's for sure.
Oh,
Yes, she does. All right, so I'm going to give 2 awards next because they kind of go together. The first one is the High Five Award. Like, whoop, give me a high five. Because I would love to be able to give this child a high five right through the computer. And when I see her in person, I'm going to give her one because she has worked so hard this year. She is a student who I can count on all the time to be kind and friendly, hardworking, puts in the effort that she needs to put in. I cannot tell you how much extra stuff she has done since we've been out of school that I've not asked her to do. She has kept doing her multiplication tables without me even asking her to. She has been doing her reading log every single day without me asking her to. And, dad and stepmom have been sending me all this stuff. And I'm like, wow, this child is doing so much that I didn't even ask her to do. And that what makes me want to give her a high five. And that student is Ariana Bridges. Way to go, Ariana.
Ariana. She has really been working hard. Yes. Were you doing another one?
Oh, yeah, I said I was and I didn't. Okay, yes. So my next one is the High Flyer Award. So this goes to a student who, and this is difficult in 3rd grade because the first year you get actual real grades, A, B, C grades. She has actually kept A's and B's all year long. And that's not easy because we know 3rd grade's tough. She has kind of quietly been succeeding at things, and I'm kind of like, oh, wait a minute. I just kind of noticed how she has been working and doing so well all year long. It's kind of like you just expect her to do it because she's been doing it the whole time. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to give this child the High Flyer Award because she's been flying high all year. And that student is Gracie Cotton. Way to go, Gracie.
All right, Gracie. Good job, Gracie. Okay, my next award is called the Always Helpful Award.
Those are important.
Yes, very. And this student is always helpful, not only to me. If I need something done in the classroom, he's always right there. He makes sure, he's there to help me do whatever I need to get done. He knows I need some muscles and somebody to do things or get things handed out. But he's also very helpful with other students when they might not understand something. And he'll make sure that he gives them some help and some encouragement. And that would be John Hatley. So,
way to go, John. Woohoo!
Yes.
And speaking of that, my next award is, I've called it the Helping Hand Award. Because this is a student who always wants to help. Like, Miss Whitley, can I do that for you? Can I help you with anything? Would come by even in the mornings before school and say, hey, I'm here. If you got anything, can I get your chairs off the desk for you? Nobody asked him to do that. He just took it upon himself to want to help and to be a blessing to someone else. Same thing with other students. If he noticed a child drop their things, he would be the first one to try to help pick them up. If anybody needed anything, I've got one of those. You can borrow mine. Just a friendly blessing to everybody in our classroom. And that student is Hunter Leadham. Way to go, Hunter. Woohoo!
Yes, awesome. I definitely agree with that. Very, very, very helpful student.
Yes.
Yeah, great quality to have. Okay, my next award is the Stick to It Award. Now, this student has worked very hard all year long. He wants to have everything just right. He has tried to make improvements from the year before, and he's been very successful with that. So he has done an awesome job, and it's important to have that quality, to stick to it and to help you be successful. And that would be Caleb Love.
I knew that's who it was. I just knew it. Way to go, Caleb. Good job.
Caleb.
All right. So my next award, I'm calling this the WizKid Award.
Mhm.
Because this is a student who not only has good grades, because, that's important, but this is a student who just has lots of knowledge about things. I can tell that he reads a lot. I can tell that he watches interesting things on television and movies. I can tell that he has had lots of experiences with things and that he stores that knowledge, because we would have class discussions and he would already know a lot of things about what we were talking about, whether it was in science or social studies or something we were reading in our reading group. He would always say, "Oh, one time I read this thing about that." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, he already has all this great knowledge in his head." So I thought WizKid really fit. And my WizKid student is Braxton Balcom. Way to go, Braxton.
All right. Way to go, Braxton. We always like students like that. They can always
yes.
keep on our toes. And
It always makes me have to go look up things, because I'm like, wait a minute, really? Is that right?
Absolutely. Yes. All right. Now, my next award is called the Most Likely to Brighten Your Day Award.
Oh, love these kids.
Yes, and this student is always putting a smile on my face, and not just mine, but even other students' faces all the time. She keeps Miss Moose straight. She lets me know if I am not saying something right or doing something right, and she just always knows the exact words to say to put a smile on my face. And that would be Presley Myers. So
Way to go, Presley.
Presley, I need some students like that to help. Yes.
Because we need to be kept straight just as much as anybody.
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm going to give 2 awards on this next round,
Okay.
because they both are kind of academic related subject or awards. My first one is my Math Master Award. Now, this is a student who, you know how, Miss Moose, when you would say, "I need you to write out and show me your work." Teachers, that's what we do. Show me your work. And this is a student who, well, he would do it, but he's like, I didn't really have to do that because I already knew the answer, because he just has that math mind. His mind works that way. He can come up with solutions just like that.
That's very impressive. Very impressive.
And I'm thinking, wait a minute, I got to write that down and check to make sure your answer's right. And he's already got it up here in his head. So we need those math masters. He's going to be, an accountant or a businessman on Wall Street one day doing all this stuff. But my Math Master Award goes to Tucker Gaddy. Way to go, Tucker. Woohoo.
Yeah.
I can do my taxes one day, because I sure can't do them myself.
Yes.
And then my next one is also related to a subject, is my Super Scientist Award. And this is a student who really enjoys science. And anytime we would get ready to do an experiment, he would be like, "Oh, what are we going to do? I can't wait to see what we're going to do." He just excited about the science end of things. And I could see this student one day coming up with some really cool experiments and maybe even putting them on YouTube or some of those cool videos that kids like to watch, because he really thinks about science when we're doing it. And my Super Scientist goes to Riston Green. Way to go, Riston.
Right. Good job, Riston. Okay. My next award is the Always Sharing Award. Now, not necessarily always sharing. I mean, she would share anything she's got. Absolutely. No problem at all. But she always likes to share information and things that she has. She would always try to bring things in that kind of went along with things we were talking about in class. And she would share them from, like, maybe old coins or old things that she got from her grandparents. And we would always project it on, to the screen, and she would talk about it and give us more information about it. So she was very good at that. And I appreciated her extra information that she would always provide. And that would be Kelsey Payne. So good job.
Way to go, Kelsey. Woohoo. All right. My next award is, I gave an outstanding improvement in math. This is my outstanding improvement in reading. So this is a student who has worked so hard on word attack, has worked so hard on reading fluency, understanding what we've read, and has shown improvements in their reading this year that I never would have expected. And even during this stay-at-home order, he has continued to work in reading. And I think that even in 4th grade next year, they're going to be so surprised at how much he has grown. And I hope he keeps working on that and keeps working really hard in reading. And that student is Brody Deal. Way to go, Brody. Woo!
Absolutely. Yes. He's done an awesome job keeping up with all of his assignments, especially with the reading. So I totally agree. All right. My next award is for great participation. Now, this student, no matter what, it could be any subject, anything that I asked, and she would make sure she was right there. She was doing what she was supposed to do, and no complaints. Always, which is a good thing. Always not having to worry about, somebody that's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Yes. She was always on top of it, doing a great job. And that would be Allie Smith. So
way to go, Allie. Yeah. Teachers are so appreciative of those students in our classrooms for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. So my next student is, I'm giving the Above and Beyond Award. And that really is exactly what it sounds like. This is a student who would go above and beyond in everything, whether it's an academic task that I've asked them to do, whether it's just treating others with kindness. He would go above and beyond. Respectfulness, above and beyond. I didn't really have any students this year that weren't respectful, but he was more than that with everybody. Just a wonderful, wonderful kid to be around. And you could always count on him to not just do the bare minimum, but to do what you asked plus. And that student is Crew Austin. Way to go, Crew. Very proud of you.
Absolutely. Great job, Crew. Great job. And my last award is going to, it was called the Excellent Effort Award. And this student has constantly always put forth the extra effort, always tried her best, always made sure to check back over her work, and actually wanted to be able to show growth and show improvement throughout the year. Instead of me just wanting to show it, she really worked hard for it. And that was Leah Tucker. So
yes, way to go, Leah. I can see that for sure. She did the same way in my classroom. All right. And my last award as well goes to a student who is getting the Teamwork Award. And we talked about leadership, and leaders are important, but being a good team player is important. And we know all year long, Mr. Ferguson has said the New Salem team and our grade level team, because we are a team, and we're not just in school for ourselves. We're in school to learn and to help each other. And anytime I would put groups together or partnerships together, I could count on this student to always work well with anybody that he was with to make sure that he was doing his part and that the whole team was being successful. And I feel that way about not just his small group, but our entire class. Without him, our team would not be complete. And my Teamwork Award goes to Bentley Little. Way to go, Bentley. Woo!
Good job, Bentley.
Yes.
We really have some awesome students.
Oh my gosh, we did. And that's why it was so disappointing when we found out we weren't coming back to school this year, because I thought, oh my gosh, of all the years that this could have happened, why did it happen with this group of kids? Because I just love every one of them. I've missed them this whole time. I'm so glad for technology, for things like Google Meet, so that we can still see them and talk to them. And keep up with them. But it was a disappointing thing when that happened. But I think that between them and you and I, we've made the best of it. And I couldn't ask for a better group of kids to have gone through this with.
Yes.
And I just want to do a little happy dance for all of them and for you and I, because I feel like we've done a great job. They've done a great job. We are truly the best team that I think anywhere. Like, there could not be a better team. So I'm gonna do a little happy dance. Happy dance. Woohoo! Happy dance. I know you get your balloons and everything. So our awards for Miss Moose and I are officially concluded. However, don't cut off your computers yet, because there's going to be a few more awards at the end. We've got art and music and PE and media, who are also going to be giving some awards to some special third graders. that they've noticed this year as well. So we hope you guys have enjoyed your awards day. You'll be getting your certificates and things in the mail very, very soon. So bye, guys. We love you all. Bye.
Bye. Good job. Congratulations.
Woo.
Hi guys, it's Miss Brown. I am here to present the Artist of the Year Award, and picking one student from third grade, I chose Bristol Page in Miss Whitley's class. Bristol, you have been such a good art student all year long. I have absolutely loved having you in class. Your ideas blow me away with how creative they are, and you always have the sweetest smile on your face. You're always so helpful for me and those around you, and you're always so patient. I love it. I loved having you in art this year, and I can't wait to see you guys again soon. Bye.
Hello, third grade family and friends. This is Miss Higgins, coming at you to present the Outstanding Media Student Award winner for this school year. In third grade, that winner is Hunter Leadham. Hunter, thank you so much for all your help in the Media Center this year. You were my card person in the morning, delivering those cards for me, helping to turn on the computers and get things ready for the day. I think you even filled the bird feeder a couple of times. So I appreciate all your help and hard work this year. Third grade, have a wonderful summer. Miss Higgins misses you guys. I know the library misses you and the books miss you. Can't wait till we can all get together again. You guys have a wonderful summer, and Miss Higgins will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
Hello, this is Mr. Edwards, PE teacher at New Salem Elementary. I will be presenting the Athlete of the Year Award for Physical Education to a student in Miss Anita Whitley's class. This student is a hard worker, has a great attitude, kind to his peers, and shows great character in all that he does. The Athlete of the Year Award goes to Dylan Airwood. Congratulations, Dylan.
Our third grade Musician of the Year Award goes to Ariana Bridges. Congratulations, Ariana. I can't wait to make music with you again soon. Well, Ariana's a great singer and she always tries her best. And her good behavior sets an example for the rest. She listens to instructions and she follows all the rules. She's our Musician of the Year and I think that's pretty cool. Congratulations again.